Hey, you beautiful big heads, it's your boy Zatcho, and welcome back to some more Alchemy Stars. In today's video, we will be going over both Rachel's and Zeta's kits. Now, the way we'll be looking at this is very different because you guys will be seeing the little layout I made while I'll be looking at a wall of text. So yeah, fun times. Fun times. But anyways, let's just hop on into it. So starting out, Rachel looks similar to Alice from Food Wars, just easy cut into the Alchemy Stars world, with a flatter chest and a bigger butt, but her element is Thunder. So yeah, we have another Thunder character. That's 3 in a row. Apparently the Thunder element had less characters than any other, so I guess they're trying to fix that. And on top of that, she does have Dark Towel, so this is going to be more support for Shani and TR. She is a converter. Her active skill is on a 2-turn cooldown. It is called Def Recon, and it has Preemptive Strike built into it. It converts the 3 nearest non-yellow tiles to yellow and generates dark tiles on 2 of these tiles at random. And the Breakthrough 3 and 6 is at Breakthrough 3, the active skill can be cast again before it is ready, and increases the tiles converted by 2 and generates 1 additional dark tile. And the Breakthrough 6 is increase the dark tile generation count by 1. So keeping that in mind, it would be able to believe that on the base active skill you will only get 1 dark tile, since the 6 Breakthrough gives you additional 1. And then for y'all, this will be in purple, the part where it talks about the active skill being able to be cast again and increases in the number of tiles by 2 and generating dark tiles by 1. That means it will be 5 tiles and then 2 dark tiles at BT3, but then it should be 3 dark tiles at BT6. So yeah, a lot to keep track of. But on top of that, after casting the active skills, cooldown increases by 1 round, and Rachel becomes exhausted, which makes her unable to cast no more attacks or chain combos, and then exhaustion is removed once the active skill is ready again. So just saying this now, she will be better at BT3 just because you will get additional conversion. So you'll get the first, 3 tiles with 1 dark tile, but then you'll get an additional 5 tiles with 2 dark tiles, is what it would seem like, because it says you can cast the skill again before it is ready. So you would cast it once and then it shouldn't go on cooldown, and then you can cast it again. That's a lot of conversion, man. That is a lot, and that sounds really nice. So yeah, she seemed like she would definitely be better with BT3, but at BT2, 3 tiles and then 1 becoming a dark tile doesn't seem that bad as well, especially when it has Preemptive Strike built into it. So it's more similar to like what Virgil got going on in terms of his, converting at a base level. Looking at the chain combo, our chains are 3, 7, and 11 chains. I will only be reading the last one. You can read the other ones at your own leisure. So at 11 chains, it deals 165% damage to 2 nearest enemies. This can be cast while exhausted, but it will inflict 3 Eagle Talon stacks instead of dealing damage. Now these Eagle Talon stacks are part of the equipment skill, and they actually are pretty nice. Well, funnily enough, you would rather have her exhausted than not exhausted. So let's go over to the equipment skill and look at that as well. So her equipment skill, Holographic Formation, inflicts 3 Eagle Talon stacks on the nearest target when passing through a dark tile. At the start of the enemy's round, deals damage equal to 70% of Rachel's current attack once for each Eagle Talon stack. The number of stacks is halved when the round ends. If the target is killed, half of the stacks will be transferred to the nearest enemy. And if Rachel is exhausted, her attack increases by 3% for every tile traversed in a connection. That's really, really, really good. So literally, you would be doing more damage while she is exhausted rather than her not being exhausted. So her kit flows together pretty well, and then as far as suggested characters go, it's pretty straightforward with this one because she wants to be used with characters who can make dark tiles. So suggested formation would be TR, Rachel, Pollux, Excelia, and Chani, because, well, you will get a lot of dark tiles, and they all have dark tile synergy, which is really great. You could also use Issa, but like Issa is Issa, and like nobody likes Issa. But if you're desperate, you can use Issa, but I don't recommend it, because ill Issa. But let's go look at Zeta. So Zeta is a primary water element character with a secondary in Thunder, which isn't that bad, and she's a support class character. And Zeta is one of the, characters who have been in, NPC Hell, who have just been released. Anyways, she has 2 active skills. Her breakthroughs at 2 and 5, but they really don't matter because she is a free character, so we really don't have to go over them because you will get them regardless, but they are there if you want to look at them. So her first active skill is on a cooldown 1 with Preemptive Strike, and it is Variety Blitz. Select any 4 tiles, record their colors on the color board, and then reset their colors and purify them. Blue tiles will be retained when resetting the tiles. Her second active skill is on a 0-turn cooldown, and is called Secret Razzle Dazzle. There's no cooldown for the skill. Zeta may cast it only when her color board is filled with colors, and it does get Preemptive Strike as part of the breakthrough too. Clears all colors from the filled color board and summons Conan the Barbarian or O'Brien, whichever one you know. On one traversable tile, when Zeta casts her chain combo for the first time in this round, Conan will also search for enemies and attack them. Looking at her chain combo, Sweet Ambush, chains for 9 and 13, going to the last one. Zeta releases Conan, who searches for the nearest enemy within 24 tiles in a diamond shape. It then plans its route and explodes upon reaching the target, dealing 106% damage to 5 tiles in a cross shape. When Zeta casts her tier 3 chain combo, the damage range on Conan, summoned by her secret Razzle Dazzle active skill, is expanded to one surrounding cluster. The chain combo seems alright because Conan himself would always go towards the enemy that's in range. It's like a teleport chain combo without the actual teleport. The robot himself would just run over there and go boom. Now the range of him isn't that big, and its range only increases once the color board is filled in and you summon him that way. But it doesn't seem like it's going to be that bad to fill the color board because we don't exactly know how big it is. So we just have to see that first to determine how good or bad this is going to be. That's why it's just and whether or not it's going to be a good or bad thing, because we don't know how many tiles we need to fill up the color board in the first place. And last but not least, her equipment skill, Rainbow Dynamite, and it also gives you the color board. Zeta can fill up her color board as follows. Once it is filled with colors, Zeta can cast her secret Razzle Dazzle active skill. So these are the way the color board can be filled. The first way is when activating her first active skill, it will record the colors into the color board for her and then reset them. The second one is when moving to attack a target Conan summoned by the secret Razzle Dazzle active skill, will record the colors on the tiles it traverses itself onto the color board. And then this is where her support aspects come in. Each time the color board is filled, the party's health is restored by 12% of Zeta's maximum health. Now Zeta has a pretty good health stat. It's around 8,000, not counting for the what is it called? The enlightenment system. So that will also boost it even more. That's really good. And then since you have, well, obviously these are how you increase the color board, but we still don't know how many tiles is needed to actually fill it up. But considering that one, we can use active skill to fill it up, and then Conan himself will also be running around filling it up as well, it shouldn't be that hard to fill it up, So, pretty interesting characters we have here. And honestly, they're looking really good, Rachel has Dark Tile synergy. We already have tons of Dark Tile characters. And then Zeta is a free character who just seems like a decent support who can heal and does alright damage. And when it comes to suggested formation from her, it's just Audra because Audra does damage, and then just Zeta and Zarya because they both have healing. Zarya's is niche, and we don't know how good or bad Zeta's is going to be, so that's 2 healers to equal 1 good healer. And then 2 converters in the form of Bethlehem and Tina. So, yeah, that's just a suggested formation. Now, when it comes to whether or not you should summon for these characters, I mean, that is up to you. Obviously, I'll make a video about whether or not you should summon on them, but per usual, I will always say this: if you like a character, summon for them. If you don't, then don't. I don't honestly believe in metas. I believe the best meta is the meta of playing the characters you like, because you always get more use out of them than a character you're just getting because of a meta. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you in the next one. Love you guys, and bye-bye.